This is a video on how to program a loco and also how to record and run a system for one of your trains. First of all, we'll go to the loco system. First of all, you go to the little train at the top, click, that will come up there. You've got to wait for that to come through. And this is what the screen you will get. Normally this won't be here because you will have no trains at that time, and this will all be blank, which is all your function keys. First of all, you'd actually put in here what the identity of your train is, whether it's number 1, number 6, whatever it might be. And in this box here where it says name, if you actually click on there, it brings up all these locos. In actual fact, every train since 1975 that Hornby produced sitting in there. It's a bit of a job to actually scroll them all up, but if you actually know what the number of the train is, such as that one, which is R758, you just actually type that into there and it'll pick it up and put it into the screen for you. Another section here we've got here, which is the cruise speed and shunt speed. With the shunt speed, normally what you get when you get a decoder, sometimes you'll find out it's actually got a shunt function, which is usually F6. Well, you don't need to press that, because actually what you can actually do here is you can put the shunt speed to whatever you want. And also is the same with the cruise speed, which means that whatever the top speed you want the train to run at, you can actually run it like that and put them in. Another one which you've got here, which is the type. What you can actually do is here is go to that, and you can put it as an express train, a branch train, goods, maintenance, or shunted. Over here, which we've got all the function keys, which are all blank at the moment. I have to show you one here, which is my Arriva train with all its functions sitting in there. And what you've actually got here is not used there. We'll just go into that, which is what we've been blank with all will be. And in there are all the types of functions. You've got the air pump, you've got the lights, you've got the couplers, flange control, horns, everything, whistles, everything sits in there. Just pick what you want and put it in. Then what you've actually got then is the find this one, such as here, the horn one here. What you've actually got here is a little blue button. If you press that, and then you can test each one of your functions you've got before you go any further. Once you've done that, you click the green button and away it goes. It's all finished with that. Now, as you saw with the Arriva trains, there are quite a few functions in it. Now, one way of getting this, all these trains have got a little fingerprint sitting there. All you've got to do with that is press that, and you get it in a larger mode, which is a bit easier to control the train when you've got this, especially if you want to use the slider. So you've got what the shunt speed you put in there, you click that, that is your cruise speed, and that's your stopping, and you've got your forward and reverse there. As you see here, only 8 of those functions are actually showing. But down here is a little red arrow. If you click on that, all the rest of the functions there, you can actually get 16 functions in Railmaster. So you can put them all in there and you press them and they're all working. Now when it comes to programming a train, if you want to run one, what you've got to do is go to this little tape recorder here, press that, and you bring up with this little screen which says once you click this, it'll start recording. So what we'll do is we'll click that and we'll pick on the mallard. And what we'll do is we'll start it off in a cruise shunt speed, which is now started to come. We'll pick it up to its cruising speed, and then what we can actually do is we can increase that as we want, up to there, up to 80 miles an hour, bring it down as we want, bring it back down to cruise speed, and then whatever you want to do, where you want to stop it, you actually bring it round here like this, and then you can stop it, and that is done. You then go back up to your little tape recorder, you click on that, it says would you like to view it, we say yes, and that is all you've just done with that train. Now one thing you've got to do first is actually give it a name. So we give it the name of Mallard, just Mal 4, that'll do for now. And you then click that little green key there. It turns to white, and that means it's programmed in. So then what you can do then is come back out, go to your program line there, click that, go down to where you've got the mallard one, which is there, the mal 4, you do that, you press that, and you'll see there it's doing that. It shows you all the functions it's doing, and there's a train doing what you've just programmed. Now this is going to its top speed, it's now dropping down back to its cruise speed. And you bring it down to where you want it to stop. And that is it. And that is its function. One thing, as I said, what you've got to do is make sure that that train is in the same position every time you want to start up that program, otherwise it could be anywhere on the track. Now, as I said, we put it down as mal 4. Now, we might have mistakenly misspelt it, or we don't want that particular program. The way to get out of it, you've got to come out of Railmaster onto your main desktop. You go to Start, you go to Computer, you double click on the C drive. Here's a program file 8x86, you go to that. You then scroll down there till you find Railmaster, which is there. You double click that. And everything that is in Railmaster, all its own functions and your functions are all sitting in here. You then go down to the mallard, which is that mal 4 there. You right click it on your mouse and it brings this screen. You can either rename it because you misspelt it, or you can delete it. We'll just delete it. And away it's gone. And then all you've got to do is then go back into your Railmaster, and you can then run everything back as it was before. And now you can hear all the points setting. There you've had to reset it into the program. That's it, they're all clicking in and they're all set to how you were when you wanted to start it up. This particular screen here is because I actually can run this on an iPad as well. So that's all that is, that screen. And that is how you program a loco and how actually program a train to run at a schedule, and then how you can actually run it afterwards. Thank you.